What's up everyone, Silent J here, and I'm back again with another battle song review. Well, battle songs. Also, you notice I have my old camera back. GoPro's having some issues, so sorry for the lack of high quality HD goodness that the last review gave you. Anyway, moving on. Right now I'm going to be reviewing the Bali prototypes from Palethius. Palethius was really well known for all of his knife modding and stuff like that. He was doing a real good job with that. He's a good flipper too on top of that, so you know what he's doing is gonna be just focused on a flipping aspect. Without too much further ado, I'm gonna pass around for these three, and so I'm gonna be reviewing all three at once. It's a little new for me, so forgive me when it's a terrible review. Anyway, as usual, we'll start with some good things across the board. Across the board, great things. These handle dimensions. They're long, they're thick, they're wide. It's beautiful. These are great, great handle dimensions. Each one has bushings, which, as we know, bushings are pretty awesome. Did this really cool, as far as looks go, you know, the anodizing, very sick every time. I wish I had the better camera to show off the anodizing here. It's just phenomenal. It's one thing he has always definitely done a great job with. I love the hole patterns and everything. The blades look killer. Each grind is just phenomenal. He put a nice Hammond or Hamon on them. I don't know how to say that. It's all words I don't know. But yeah, no. Each one is definitely a sick Bali. As far as flipping goes, these all flip pretty well. If I had to, I'll get into my preferences later, but to me, each one has actually very different balance. Although these two are most similar, considering these two are strictly titanium sandwich, and then you have a titanium G10 combination going on over here. You know, you get some variations across the board, but one of the things that I think is most cool is between the Bowie blade and the Kukri, you actually have a noticeable balance change, which, you know, might not have been as noticeable with some other Balis doing very slight variations in the blade. So what I noticed is you definitely can feel the tip on this one, whether it be even in closed movements or even in any sort of open movement. You know, that tip is there. It kind of counteracts the handle bias in the back ends and the handle bias in general. You kind of notice it's there, but also adds to it even more when the blade is in a position where it's enclosed halfway into the handle or something like that. It just adds even more swing to it. Otherwise, you know, the balance on these things is pretty good across the board. As far as things I dislike about these knives, you know, because they're all good flippers. They're smooth, they're well made. I don't know what else to say about them other than they're really good knives, you know. But as far as my number one gripe across the board, 1095, 1095, 1095. I can't, I'm not a high carbon steel guy. I know some people are, some people have an easier time taking care of it. I do not. The Hamon looks awesome. He did a kick-ass job with that. I pretty much spend the entire time worrying about rust. It's a really sick balisong. I don't want it rusting. You know, so for me, I've always been very advocative of, advocative, that's not a word. Anyway, I've just been very strongly biased towards stainless steels. That's just me though, I don't know. I know he's going to be, I think, using like 1095 again or W2 on the mid-tech run he's going to be doing, which is also going to be sick. He's doing more titanium Balis, more G10 and Thai Balis. It's going to be awesome. But unfortunately for me, I'm not a big fan of you know, the high carbon, although honestly I love these knives regardless. They are just very awesome balisongs. Other than 1095, like, really it's hard to complain about anything. For me personally, did not dig the balance on this too much. Very neutral. Very neutral. It has that swing in the back ends to keep it from being blade heavy, but you can feel the blade versus the handles. You know, It's a nice ballad song, but it's not my particular cup of tea, although I do know flippers who love this kind of balance where it's a little more neutral. You can kind of feel the blade on the other end. The Kukri, on the other hand, you definitely have that. Look at that spacer. I'm sorry, a little off, you know. But, oh, it just looks so good. The anodizing across the board. The Kukri, on the other hand, you have that tip heaviness kind of comes into play a couple times. I know a couple people who, especially this particular ballad song, loved it more than all the others, and that probably came down to that tip. You know, it's got that fat tip on the front that adds just enough weight to really add some swing into the back ends at times, but counterbalance the handles at other times. For me personally, I found it to kind of have the Bali fly off my hands a little bit. Kind of started doing some wonky things where it would do weird turns and stuff, and it kind of came down to when I would pick up a lot more speed. Anytime I try to like really open up on this Bali is when this would happen to me. Otherwise, you know, it flipped amazingly. You know, as long as I kept it down to a more moderate pace, I could have it just everything happen with so much ease. It was so nice. The only time I ever ran into problems is when I really just tried to go nuts on the thing and just kind of go as fast as I can, and it just didn't work out for me too well. Took a few nasty bites from it just trying to, well, I say a few, it was only a couple. Regardless, a few bites just trying to get it to go to the same speeds. Now the Bowie, on the other hand, now I have a very known bias to loving Bowies, and he did an excellent job on this. Oh, let's see if I can get a little more light on that. Yeah, that is a nice Bowie. I love this blade profile, and quite frankly, on this ballad song, you get a nice amount of weight into the back ends of these spacers here. These very nice spacers. Pale does a nice job. But yeah, no, you get that nice weight in the back ends, and you don't have the tip heaviness. Now, it doesn't carry as well, technically, on the things, but I'd rather put in that slight bit of extra effort for that extra bit of control I get on the when I'm going a little faster. I've had some ballad songs find that nice balance between the two, but as far as that goes, this is an excellent ballad song regardless. It's not going to carry as well as some of my top like 2-3 ballad songs, but the fact that I could easily put this Bowie in like my top 5, you know, easily top 5 ballad song right here is this Bowie for me, and oh my god, that's just amazing. I love these Balis, quite frankly. He's going to be doing more, and that excites me. I've been excited the moment he said he was going to be doing Balis. So I was going to save this for the end, but as far as the comparison between the three, I kind of came out in just doing the review. I like this best, second, third. Realistically, we all kind of saw I was going to like the Bowie, but that's just, you know, oh my god, it's the Bowie. Silent Judd loves the bottles. Well, yeah, that's true, but it mostly came down to the fact that I actually think this one flips better. So yeah, regardless, because my camera kind of crapped out on me, I might not have as much footage. It's cool because Son of the Bong is going to be doing a collaboration video anyway. I'll have some footage at the end, but I'm not going to put too much into it, so he has more footage to work with. Anyway, so that's my review. Some flipping footage at the end. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.